Cosima, one of the academic counselors for the Express to Success program. Thank you for being here today. And now that you are here, you're probably wondering what exactly it is that our program does. The best way to think about our program is that we are designed to assist students to get to the college level math and English classes more quickly and with more success. We want to see you get your associate's degree and or transfer with great success. We know that about 70% of our students are coming in below college level math and English. The goal of our program is to streamline that process by offering these classes in accelerated or immersion formats. So that means taking 2 levels of math or 2 levels of English at the same time. These classes are taken with the same instructor and the same students and with the support of tutors and counselors. We call these immersion or accelerated classes learning communities. For example, today you might be signing up for the learning community of Math 100 with 100N and 107. So that's a learning community. And that's 10 units, and that's a lot of work that's expected of students. We are happy to report, though, that in the 3 years of our program, the statistics are proving to show that students are more successful in our learning community classes than they would be if they were taking 1 level of math or 1 level of English. A large part of this success is that we are setting the bar high for our students, encouraging and educating our students on being engaged and active learners in their educational process. This means meeting with tutors, meeting with peers, meeting with faculty, committing to the amount of time that's expected of you to do the homework. For example, our math learning communities alone can be upwards of 20 hours of homework a week outside of class time. If you do all of the things that are talked about today during the registration session, we have no doubt that you will end up being successful in achieving the goals that you've set for yourself for this semester and beyond.
Hi, now that you've learned about the Express to Success program, I'm here to tell you a little bit more about the educational benefits that come with being a part of our program. Please tune in because we're going to be asking you some questions relevant to what you're learning in this video today. One of the core benefits of ESP is being a part of a supportive learning environment, one that includes having access to tutors, both inside and outside of the classroom, taking classes from instructors who are very dedicated. They have student success at the forefront of their teaching. Having access to counselors, myself and Cosima. We are here to help you strategize ways to be more successful, stay on track to meet your educational goals, craft an educational plan with you, where we tell you what classes to take and how to group them so you meet your goal in the most effective and efficient way possible. Your instructors also communicate with us. They will let us know if an issue comes up in the classroom or if they're concerned about your progress so that we can intervene and offer any help to help you stay on track and pass your classes. And this supportive learning environment really contributes to a shift in the classroom culture where students are helping one another. They are working in small groups. And that supportive learning environment is a really unique aspect of ESP. Another benefit that we offer is a book loan. Students have access to free books. Especially the math books can be very expensive, so it's a neat help that we offer our students. Additionally, you have access to CASA, this center. This is your center. It's a place where you can come in and study, meet you with your tutor or your fellow student to review the material and get ready for your midterms. So we really encourage you to use it. Now that you are more familiar with the benefits provided by our program, I'd like to share with you one of my favorite quotes by Zig Ziglar that really speaks to the core belief that we have in this program related to student success. Here it is. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So as you absorb all the information we're providing today, we hope that you use that to make an informed decision about whether or not joining ESP is a good fit for you.
students really do have fun in it. So in addition to learning a lot about English or math, you're going to make good friends and often have a lot of fun in the classroom. But I'm here to give you a sense of what the commitment to the program is. There's a lot of great benefits, and you'll learn about those at the orientation, but I want to make it clear what it takes from the student as well. And the first one is we aren't kidding about the time. So if you're taking a 6-unit class, for me it's combining 2 semesters of English in 1 semester. That's 12 to 18 hours of work outside the classroom. So that's homework time. So you don't want to be taking more than 12, 15 units, but that's all. You don't want to be working more than 10 to 15 hours a week. 20 is probably the max. And if you have a lot of family commitments, if you have a long commute, you need to figure all of those hours in. So really take the time to make a chart and say, yes, I have the hours to do it. Okay, great. You got the time to do it, then you've got to think about how you're going to do it. And what we ask in this program is that you are sure to ask for help. There's going to be parts when you're working on writing where you're going to get stuck. Everybody does. Professional writers get stuck. That's fine. That's supposed to happen. But then you have to not give up. You have to go in and get help. You ask the instructors, you see the wonderful gateway tutors we have, and ideally you also form study groups with your fellow students. Those are the 2 things I would ask you to bring. Enough time to give yourself the chance, and the approach to the material. I can do this, but I also need to ask for help when I need it.
The students have to be prepared to come to class every day. Even if they're not prepared, they need to attend. Attendance is the number 1 thing. They need to be ready to read at a very fast pace. They need to be ready to do writing, many drafts of an essay, so that they improve this craft of writing and get ready for the next level. They have to truly be ready also to be a really active member of the class. It is not a class where they can sit back and be passive and just be a body in a chair. They need to be actively involved. They need to participate in discussions, ask questions, really be a dynamic member of the learning community and work with their peers.
Make sure you have a goal. Make sure there's a reason that you need to complete 2 math classes in 1 semester, because it's going to get intense. It's worth it. You will learn a lot. You will retain a lot. You will, statistically, it's more likely you will do better. But it's a lot of work. It gets very intense. And about the middle of the semester, you're going to start to lose your motivation. You need to know why you're doing both classes at the same time. Otherwise, it's easy to start making excuses for not working as hard. So if you have a plan where you know you need quite a bit of math and you're starting at Math 100, so this saves you a semester, it's really important to you to save that semester, then this is a perfect fit for you. So you need to know why you're going to do 2 math classes in 1 semester. And the most important thing is do you have the time to devote to it?
To make sure that 1, they're serious, and 2, know the time commitment. And we're not saying this, we're being very serious. When we say it really is, you are taking a 8-unit math class for the 107, 117, not counting the math study skills. So typically that's 16 hours a week outside of the class, and we don't just say that to scare people. It really does take that much time. And when you can't make that commitment, you fall behind. When you fall behind, you feel overwhelmed, and when you feel overwhelmed, you're not successful. And with how fast a pace of the course is, it's really hard to get to catch up. So I would tell the student to make sure, you understand your commitment and start right from the very beginning. And to me, it feels like it's a lifestyle change. You have to buy into the spirit of the program, and you have to be willing to make a complete change if you want to be successful.
So the most important thing, this is what I'm always saying all the time, if you only do one thing in that class, it's that you do the homework, and you do the homework the day it's assigned. If students come to every class and do all of the homework the day that it's assigned, they do well in the program. The most important thing. And remember, that's 20 plus hours a week of homework. You need to build your schedule so that you can do that. Ideally, you're doing that homework right after class when things are still fresh in your memory. We know that our memory, the way our brains work, that within an hour after class, you've only retained, I don't remember the exact percentage, 80%. Within, say, 6 hours, you only remember 30% of what happened in class. 24 hours later, you only remember 10% of what happened. So how do you make it so you remember more than 10% the next day? You do the homework immediately after class. That's how you move the knowledge from your short-term memory to your long-term memory so you have access to it when you need it.
The reason I'm so motivated, it's because this is what I want to do. And you have to think about your future and why you're in here. Because you get to finish 2 classes in 1 semester compared to coming back to school and doing it single class, and it takes like forever to do it that way.
It's what Monica said, and if you're motivated, you're going to motivate the people in your class, and the better you're going to do, the more you're going to be like, oh, let's study together, and the better you'll do on the test, and you'll just motivate each other to do better.
Because you need to be with somebody that wants the same goals as you, to be able to follow your dreams and be able to be there pushing you like, okay, no, we need to go to class, we have to do this. And
one of the main reasons like you went to high school was to see your friends, and this is kind of like that, because like Monica said, you go to class but you see them for an hour twice a week or 3 times a week, but this time you see them at least 4 days a week. You see how they're doing, you can ask them, you feel comfortable with them, and you do grow into a family. You have that support.